For today's news update, Saturday, April 25th, 2025. Get a little bit ahead of myself on the calendar there. Welcome back. News from around the world from multiple sources, analyzed and decomposed, broken down into its constituent parts. The lies, the misrepresentations, the propaganda, all shared with you today. But let's get started with this song in Afrikaans. Die stem wat bly staan.
Die stofpad is lang, maar ons kom van ver. Om te staan in die lug, van die suiderster. Die saal is gebak, die atmosfeer raai. Ons wag vir die oomblik, laat die muziek nou waai. Mense van heinde oor die vlaktes en berg, vir 'n man wat sy siel in elke noot verberg. Om te hoor sing, om hier te sien, dis die tipe respek wat 'n legende verdien. Van die slippies stories tot die groot verhoog, het jy ons laat huil en laat glo. Agter elke man tot die diepste treurgrond, dis jou voetspore vas op hierdie grond. Is die stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die dag, vir die volk staan nie onbevreesd, waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Steve hoef my, hulle gooi dalk die klip doen. Die woorde is fel, omdat jy die waarheid onbeskaamd vertel. 'N letterkundige gees met 'n pen in die hand, jy skryf vir die siel van ons dierbare land. Beginsel vas teen die stroom en bly staan, van die dae van Bruce tot in 7de laan. Dekades se passie, dekades se vuur, jy gee alles vir ons, uur na uur. Ja, van slippies se stories tot die groot verhoog, het jy ons laat lag, laat huil en laat glo. Agter elke man tot die diepste treurgrond, dis jou voetspore vas op hierdie grond. Stuur is die stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk staan jy onbevreesd, waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Laat die wêreld maar ras, laat die kritiese praat, al ken jy die hart van 'n man van sy staat. Hy's meer as akteur, hy's meer as gesang, hy's die stem van 'n volk wat na vryheid verlang. Steve is die stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk staan nie onbevreesd, waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Steve Hofman, die legende, en woord en daad vir ons.
Die stofpot is lang. Yes. Well, what's with this chili biltong talk? What's going on over there? Somebody looking at last night. Yeah, I have me some chili biltong. Yeah, baby. Right there. Blackie's biltong box. Chili Biltong, I will be digging into that. You can guarantee that. That's going to be a nice, enjoyable thing. They do ship around America too, by the way, folks. I'll share that with you guys later on the program. They ship around America. Pretty tasty if you want it. Hey, one more. Let's get us going here as we get the audience built up on a Saturday. Afrikaner Steak. This is another one. No, I held off. I don't need potato salad. I don't need potato salad. American or South African. It's disgusting. Sorry. Michaela and Henry. And one more to kick us off on this Saturday. Made this a year ago. Land of gold sunsets and sky so blue.
Mountains whisper stories of dreams so true. From oceans roaring wild to valleys deep. The heartbeat of a nation that will not sleep. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born.
I gotta remix this and up the volume. The raffles later today. I didn't get a ticket. They shut the tickets down. I'll get one this morning. And shadows can't scream.
Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soil holds our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave, but we hold the truth in what we believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may fall, for the power is the people's above it all. Save South Africa, rise above the storm. Hands together strong, a new world is born. Beauty in our hearts, we light the way. Evil cannot reign when we seize the day.
Condensed milk. You can talk to Vayner about that. It's not my thing, condensed milk.
Louder than shadows can scream.
Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme.
The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The people sing louder than shadows can scream. Together we're stronger than the wicked scheme. The soil holds our history, roots run so long. A melody of freedom, we're singing strong. They may curse the land with lies they weave, they weave. We hold the truth.
Oh, there you are.
Believe. Their crowns may crumble, their thrones may forms may fall. For the power is the people above it all. We know.
Save South Africa. Sorry, little let you in a little secret on that. Last year, when I went to Centurion, gentleman helped me set up a sound system, and he had it set up, and he was playing my music, and I had to step away for a minute because I got kind of teary-eyed about that song. It's silly. It's a song whose lyrics I wrote, most of them. Some of it was done by AI, and it's really touched me so deeply. I know it doesn't affect everybody the same, but it's just a song, but it really does. It really does bring home a lot of stuff. So anyway, welcome back to the stream, folks. It is Saturday, and I'm in Central Virginia for the South African Braai and Potjie Fest. Apparently the largest in all of America, this one here, even bigger than ones in Texas. So thanks for joining me. So we'll talk about a little bit of news this morning's broadcast. Thanks for tuning in. Albert says, good morning. Rainy and chilly here in Burke, South Dakota. Wish all, boy, the number of people showing up over here is just crazy. They're all popping in the stream telling us they're here after they got here, which is the way you should do it, folks. Don't let people know you're coming. Just use that operational security. Lehani Ostoy is here. Welcome, Lehani. How you doing? Hosh Katoklis, Holy Fire with FTP. My family won't be broken up. Okay, I'm not sure what that's all about. Why did that get deleted? I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, you retreated the message. You retracted. What else we got here? Gin in hand. Okay. Bit early. Well, it's evening there in South Africa. Trevor Charles. Some family members are flying Monday. They had 5 days notice. They had more than other people flying Monday. I know people Monday who got 4 days notice. Honey says hello from Bruce and from the Ostoisens. Well, welcome to you guys. How's everybody doing? Vince, Levi, Mikhail, Chris. Who did I miss? Bruce? No, I think I did mine. Son loves your music. That's cool, Vodkamal. Engelsboer Pienske Dienst. Like to meet up with you when you get to your Niles, Illinois. I don't know where that's at. Hey, Leon, thank you for becoming a team member. An awesome time. A nice Potjie. Well, apparently I'm going to be a judge. A judge for the Potjie. So that's pretty cool. I don't know what Dylan's saying there, but welcome to all of you. Lord Fenter, how's it going? Well, it's all right. Pass on potato salad. Yeehaw says 50 is the new 40. What's 60, the new 30? I haven't been able to catch a live in ages. If you happen to run into my daughter Michaela and husband Henry at the competition, please give them a hug. I'll try to remember that, Narina. I've already got to fight Ignatius. That one I can remember, and his wife. Sulky music, indeed. I had some of that last night with the Campbells. Yeah, the Campbells last night playing some sulky music. Pretty good. Sorry. Something driving me nuts there, stuck in my tooth. I should make an album. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Well, should I give you my stick? That's what Monty Jackson said. I'll give you my stick. Monty, that's not what we say in English. I'll give you a thumb drive. I won't give you my stick. That's not a good. I still laugh about that. Last year, Rodell was with me. We were at Vanderbilt Park, and Monty couldn't make the meet and greet, so he came to see me afterwards at the hotel in the evening. And Ronell was still there. We were wrapping up, and I had him on a speaker. I said, "Hey, do you mind if Ronell joins us?" He's like, "No, that's fine." He said, "I'll bring you my stick." People can hear you, Monty. So when I came, I told him, I said, "You can't translate Afrikaans to English, man. I'll give you my stick." Oh, I still laugh about that. That was so funny. Oh, Monty, what a good guy. Monty Jackson. What a great performer, man. Great talent. Botman wants to know, what's the news with me? What's the news with you, Botman? What are you doing? Aren't you about to, like, hop in a car and go somewhere, man? By the way, more on that MCRC agency up there in Erie, Pennsylvania. One of my viewers had sent me something months ago, and I didn't see it. They resent it today about one of their workers from Erie, Pennsylvania, working for MCRC, that was saying racist things about South Africans on the U.S. Embassy website. Yeah, so now we have evidence of them expressing open disdain and hostility towards Afrikaners who've been treating so abysmally. By the way, someone in last night thanked me in Rochester because apparently lighting a fire under church world service has made an immense difference. That's the second person who's coming to Rochester told me that they're getting treated very well. Herman, he's waiting for his ride. Okay, all right, Herman, how you doing, man? Finishing packing, dude. You've got like 3 pair. You're like Bernie Sanders. I got 2 pair of underwear. I mean, you got a little TV and 2 pair of underwear. What are you packing? You should have been packed already. Oh my goodness. Ulrich Fenter is here. Ladies and gentlemen, Botman is about to out-migrate from the crap agency where he's been at. This horrible agency, MCRC, who sought to intimidate him and defame my character and slander me in front of 4 witnesses. 4 witnesses. You have it there, folks. 4 witnesses heard this scumbag tell people that I'm a human trafficker yesterday. Did you hear about this? Yes, this piece of human sludge said, yes, we investigate him. We have something on him. I can't disclose it. There's nothing to disclose. You have nothing on me. Which is trying to intimidate and frighten people. That's what they do. That's what these scumbag agents do to keep the grift coming. Well, they're being exposed left and right. Shame on them. See the fever. Okay. Luckily, we know who is able to help us. America will forever heart, says Anna Kruger. Hey, Anna. Okay. Yeah, fingers crossed we win too. I'll tell you what, if I win, someone else can be very lucky because I'm going to have 2 tickets that I can give away for people to go to the game. All right. So, yeah. So, if I win those 2 tickets, I'm sorry, I'm going to take them. They're much better seats than I bought. So, once you start snacking, you can't stop. That's the problem. Same with the Gruvos. Yeah. Like to meet up with. Okay, so I already read that. Catch up now. Okay. Okay, we're waiting for updates. But you're a human trafficker. You traffic them from one meet greet to I traffic from one meet greet to the next. Exactly. Oh, not only is it sad and disgusting, Abraham Fund of Estoyson, it's a criminal act. It's a criminal act, and it is actionable through an attorney. So the MCRC had better just watch their P's and Q's because they have put themselves on thin ice. Yep. And they're responsible for the conduct of the person who works for them. Sick and need of attention. No, they're greedy bastards and they're stupid. They think I'm just some dude. They think I'm Nick Shirley, someone that's never done anything in their life that just gets famous on YouTube. No, I'm not famous on YouTube, and I'm not someone that never did anything in life. I'm a person that understands the law, a person that understands what's supposed to happen, a person that knows what they're doing and has a reputation that's well earned. And these little scumbags are going to try to defame me. They will regret. Human sludge. That's what the guy is. Yep. Freezing cold one. Okay, Nicola. Person. Okay. Peter Luigi Carollo, thank you for upgrading your membership to Platoon Leaders. Very kind of you. Intimidation tactics because they have a lot to hide. Yep, and a lot to lose. So exactly right, Lorraine. That's what's going on. Yes, Anonymous Angel says, sorry, Botman. Yeah, Botman has gone through some really rough stuff. By the way, and his parents have just arrived. So it's bittersweet for him. They've just arrived, and they're also in Erie. They say they've been treated well so far, but I told them to keep an eye on things. But Botman is only 90 minutes away. It's not far. I mean, it's less distance for Botman to visit his parents than it is to go from Hermanus to Cape Town, you know? Yeah. Oh, Lehani, that person is likely going to be investigated for all kinds of things. Welcome from Decatur, Atlanta, Magda Skuman. Hey, Sammy. Thank you. Yes, I got out of the other side stronger, says Botman. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So Botman will keep us updated and hopefully things will go well for him in Cleveland. You can send us secret messages from after your traffic and tell us, you can slip a message out when they're not watching you. I wish I could help you with it. Nobody's human trafficking, Sharon. A slimy, refugee agent tried to intimidate Botman, saying that I'm a human trafficker, and they have evidence of that. Yeah. Oh, is Lehani posting on her cycling? Yeah, she's a superstar when it comes to cycling. CMM says, we have time. Please contact us for an interview. Well, how do I contact you, CMM? I don't know who CMM is. You're going to have to contact me for an interview, okay? Send me an email, put interview. Okay. Lorraine, can't wait for our time. Christopher McCraner, hello to you. Yeah, exactly. Who traffics people to Harrisburg or Cleveland? Seriously. By the way, human trafficking would be much more successful in South Africa, where the rule of law doesn't apply. Love the program. All you gave us for free. You're very welcome. Film with Hannes. Okay, so that's the situation today. On Saturday, the 25th of April, the Stormers destroyed Glasgow. That's got to be worrying for Franco Smith. Now, that's 2 weeks in a row that they've been destroyed. They were destroyed by the Lions. They scored 12 points. They've been destroyed by, I think it was 51-12 last week, and now by the Stormers 48-12. That's not good. Stormers moved to the top of the log all by themselves, pending the outcome of the Leinster game, which they'll probably win. I doubt that Leinster will not win that game. But pending the outcome of the Leinster game, they'll still stay in first place, but we'll see how tight it is after this. Let me take a look at the table and see if it's been updated. It's now been about an hour. Stormers are now free and clear, 56 points a log, 12 wins, 4 losses, 450 points for, 166-point differential. Leinster has 70 points. They will have to roll over Benetton by like 90 points to overtake the Stormers. So it seems highly unlikely. So Leinster's 10-5. They could go to, well, they'd still be behind. No, but yeah. So with a victory, they could go to 56 points and push Glasgow to third. That would make them 10-6. 2 games less, but the bonus points make all the difference. So Stormers will stay in first place. Yeah, so the Lions now, who are playing right this very minute. Let me just check in on the Lions, see what's going on there. So let me take a peek on that. Mike just gave 14 rand. Oh, thank you. The Lions, I picked the Lions to roll over Connick. The Lions are on fire, ladies and gentlemen. The Lions are the best team in the URC right now, and I find myself rooting for the Lions, mostly because Morney van der Berg is the scrum half. It must be halftime. Is it halftime? Yeah, mostly because Morney van der Berg plays for them, and he's such an incredible scrum half. Yeah, but not the only reason, though. I like other guys like Darian Landsberg. He's a good player. Yes, so there's players on the team. But the Lions now are likely going to get a bonus point victory here. So they're already leading. What's the score? What did you say it was? It was 21? Nothing? Is that what it was? Where's it at? Pretty saw that snack request from when we finally make you say. Karen Cilliers, welcome to you. Somebody just put the score up there. Where'd it go? I don't see it now. Did it get deleted? Oh, there's halftime. Thank you, Mike. So 21. So they don't have a bonus point yet. But right now, the Lions, unless they collapse mightily in the second half, which has happened before, but unless they collapse mightily in the second half, the Lions at 48 points will wind up 52, which would put them in third place. What an incredible rise in the standings when the Lions were terrible. What they were, I think at one point the Lions were like 2-1-5. Isn't that what they were? Now they're 9-1-5, likely today to go to 10-1-5. And if they do, could have 53 points in log, which will definitely put them in third place. They can't get above third place though, because Glasgow has 55 points. And they'll probably not do better than fourth place because Leinster will win against Benetton unless something bizarre happens. So the Lions are likely to move up into fourth place, which would mean the Lions would host a quarterfinal. The Lions, if the season ended, would host, but they've got some big games coming up. So the Lions could still stumble, but they need to keep on form. They are looking so good. The Lions are just absolutely amazing. I'm really glad to see that because they've struggled the whole time being in the URC. This year, they're finally coming into their own. You're welcome, Card. Yeah, the things I like, you can't bring in because of customs. Amarillo can be bought here. See, you can get that here. And as you see now, I can get Dorvos and Bilton here. I always said there's people making here in America. You need to... Oh, I'm sorry. Tap the like button. Yeah, feel free to hit that like button, folks. That doesn't cost you anything but a moment of your time. It's not expensive. Just a moment of your time. No charge. No charge. Just hit that thing and go with it. All right, so 172 likes. All right, so is the rugby on any other channel than streaming? We don't have DSTV here, Bear Brilliance. You can't get DSTV in America unless you pirate it, and then you're going to have, it's going to break up. The rugby is on Flow Rugby, FLO Rugby.com. It's only like $60 for an annual subscription. You get all the URC games. You get the Curry Cup. Don't do Flow Sports. No. Flow Sports is $160, $170. And I've discovered that with my Flow Rugby pass, I get to see all the other sports anyway. Sign up for Flow Rugby. Sign up for Flow Rugby. Don't do Flow Sports. It's part of Flow Sports. Flow Sports charges like 160, 170 bucks a year. If you sign up for Flow Rugby, it's like $60 a year. So, and then last time I checked, I was able to see that other content. Okay, 80 bucks. It went up. Well, I haven't been renewed yet. $80 a year to watch all this year's, all the Curry Cup games, all of the URC games, and Springbok Test matches mostly is pretty good. You're welcome, Bear Brains. Yeah, but Flow Rugby, FLO Rugby, that's the thing, and it's pretty good. So I've been sending them lots of subscribers. I ought to be getting money, for a lot of South Africans have been signing up for that because of me. There is rugby on Peacock. There's also rugby on Paramount. The USA's last Test match was on Paramount. I had to pay for it. Now I'm paying $13 a month for that crappy thing, but I watched Landman on there, so that's why I kept it going. Peacock has the Sevens and the World Cup. So if you want to watch World Cup, you got to have Peacock. Peacock costs a lot of money too. It's all a scam. All this stuff used to be on broadcast television, so now they charge you for it. They're just making money left and right. They have no shame. Emil Bernard Oosthuizen, hello to you. Is that a Tesla symbol for your avatar? I can't tell. Arctic says $10 a month. Yeah, well, $10 for this, $13 for that, $80 for this. Next thing you know, it's a lot of money, Arctic. Angelique sent me an email. Okay, well, Angelique, I have not gotten emails, and I won't be getting them today, most likely. I just looked at my account. No, Angelique, I see no email from you. Is it coming from Angelique, or is it coming from someone else? Yep. Oh my goodness. Case number. I'm going to help people, but it's really getting frustrating. If you ask for me to intervene or help you with something when it comes to refugees, if you don't give me your case number, I can't do anything. Why is that so hard for some people to understand? Someone just gave me a very bizarre situation in which there's a family of three on their case and they only got 2 plane tickets. And they have a child. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, Landman is very good, serious. Okay, well, I'll look for the subject then. But I can't do anything without that. Okay. Well, okay, I got 2 Angelique things coming in from 2 different Angeliques on the same day. So, where's the subject? No, that's not it. Try this one. Okay, that's a different. There's 2 Angeliques. See, this is the problem. This is why, and you send it to me, I can't read it. It's all black. I can't read it. It's black. Okay, I've highlighted the text. I'll have to look at it later. You made it too complicated for me. You must have it set. Hey, Ronaldo, what's going on, man? You're in here early. Who woke you up? You run out of edibles? Hey, Ronaldo. Hey, Ronaldo, did you hear the latest? The refugee agency in Erie, Pennsylvania, in order to dissuade a young man from moving to Cleveland, told him that I'm a human trafficker. Your marriage certificate is damaged. I hope your marriage isn't damaged. That's a shame. What's up, Ronaldo? Alabama, what's going on there, man? Amazing yacht destinations in, wow, nice new venture. Why didn't you ask to invest? Because it's all for me, Ronaldo. It's all for me. Lorraine. I'll pay extra seats for my boys and hubby are 2 meters tall. They won't fit in the normal seats. Well, that's a shame to hear. All right, let's pop through a little bit of news here on a Saturday, okay, since we're here. Some people must have left. The right to remain. A constitutional court judge speaks out against gentrification. So the ANC now is formally against the improvement in the building condition and the community conditions of rundown communities. They don't want to see places improve. They want them to stay crap holes. Yes, constitutional court judge Ramka Stephen Matopo warned that apartheid spatial inequalities persisted with gentrification development displacing vulnerable communities from urban areas. No, 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 no. Apartheid spatial inequalities is not gentrification. This is other nonsense. The concept of right to remain arguing that poor communities should not bear the cost of development they were excluded from. Well, if they steal land, they should be removed. Oh my goodness. They say that as the South Africans' 30th anniversary of post-apartheid constitution adopted in May of 1996, the document's promise of dignity, equality, and freedom remains unbelievably realized. This is more starkly apparent in land and housing. In Cape Town and elsewhere, gentrification has driven sharp increases in property values, with some neighborhoods seeing prices double over the past decade, effectively squeezing out middle-income buyers and long-standing residents. But that's not the problem. The problem is informal townships on illegally occupied land. People creating fake communities in places where they shouldn't be living, in floodplains and living in swamps, and then demanding services. That's the problem. The spatial inequalities of apartheid didn't exist in the places they're talking about. There were no settlements there. You have a leafy suburb. That was the furthest development there was. Then squatters set up across the highway, and then you have people like Vox telling people this is a result of apartheid. No, it's a result of unconstrained lawlessness allowed by the ANC and the Democratic Alliance. In the Western Cape, by the Democratic Alliance, which makes excuse after excuse after excuse for why they don't remove people who steal land. Makes excuse after excuse for what's going on, and never takes effective action. Look at the Tigerberg Raceway. What happened to that? A job-creating, tax-paying, energy vibe for the community completely destroyed by criminal alien invaders, facilitated by the government of Cape Town, led by the Democratic Alliance, who raised their hands and cried and said there's nothing we can do. There was a lot they could do. An address titled The Right to Remain, Spatial Justice and Transformative Approach to Housing Rights, he pointed out that not only have the spatial inequalities engineered in apartheid proved stubborn and persistent, but the contemporary patterns of development risk and wait, the stubborn patterns. So what is the issue here? Is his problem that the only way you have equality is if white people are minority in their own neighborhoods? If rich people are forced to live with poor people, is that how you get equality? Well, screw that. Screw that. People can live where they want to live. If they can afford to pay for it, they afford to pay for it. What a bogus excuse to blame apartheid for the poor efforts of the ANC and the DA for the past 30 years. Wow. We must confront the sobering truth. The spatial divides of the past remain deeply entrenched. No, they don't. No, they don't. Look at Santon. Look at Santon, full of rich, connected caters. Money talks, bullshit walks. Yeah, this judge has got his head up his ass. So where's the protection? Cyril sent the SANDF into the Cape Flats. 170 people have died in Cape Flats since the Army's been deployed there. Told you it was a bad idea. Wasn't going to accomplish anything except waste money. Children being killed in the Cape Flats despite deployment of SANDF. 170 people shot dead since the launch of Operation Prosper in April. The Joint Operational Headquarters Commander Major General Godfrey Tulare said successes are not always visible. The police stated they would persist in target identified hotspots. Now, it's stupid. It's stupid. 80 attempted murders on top of 170 murders. Mostly firearms use. The message is clear. There are no longer no-go zones. Well, yes, there are no-go zones. In a brazen murder, 17-year-old Uzair Bedecker, captain of local juvenile football club, shot dead while visiting his friend in Woodlands in Mitchell's Plains Friday night. Incident occurred while SANDF police were conducting an operation in the area. No arrests have been made. The teen's heartbroken mother, Shanema Bedecker, told News 24 she did not know why he was killed. He's gone in a heartbeat, never to be seen again. It still feels unreal that he's never coming back. I still replay that Friday in my head, how I saw him making something to eat, and then next thing he told his dad he was going to his friend. I never even saw him off. Next thing we know, we're getting calls, he was shot. Where's the protection for our children? Where is the protection? Cyril Ramaphosa, Angie Mocheka, Jordan Hill Lewis, Alan Windy. Where is the protection? Jordan Hill Lewis, Alan Windy, Cyril Ramaphosa, Angie Mocheka. Where is the protection for these kids in the Cape Flats? Where is the law and order? There is none. It's all smoke and mirrors to deceive the public and waste your money. We cannot keep losing our children like this due to gun violence in our communities. It is so disheartening that our children in the future of this country are not safe wherever they go. Just killing children. Unbelievable. SC Fishing, what you say really doesn't help out. You're going to have to give some more information. Elaborate what you're talking about. You applied for the refugee program when? When did you apply for the refugee program and how did you do it? Was it a statement of interest, appear in email, the intake questionnaire? Because if you did all three and you haven't heard from somebody, then there's a problem. Still very well with me here in Valentina. Only positive things happening. And yes, Minri, and you want to do another interview? We'll do that perhaps late next week. I'll probably doing an interview with Jared next week, Botman, and I'll do one with you as well. Lots of people have sent me messages. I'm not ignoring you all, folks. I'm traveling. It's impossible to do all this stuff, so I do the best I can. Sorry, Sammy says good to hear that she and her son are doing well. Okay. Can you believe France intended to give Southern government more money? Yes, I can believe that. The French are left-handed surrender monkeys. They're useless. Okay, SC Fishing, there was no program a year ago. There was a PRM email. There was a statement of interest, express your interest. If you have not done the intake questionnaire since November 4th, which I've told people since the day it came out, and I repeatedly say, you must go fill out the intake questionnaire or you will never be contacted. You have not applied for a program. All you did was express an interest. They don't use that anymore. And since the 4th of December, or 4th of November, excuse me, December, January, February, March, April, you're almost 6 months behind. You need to go do the intake questionnaire. za.usembassy.gov, fill it out. Make sure you do it on a laptop or on a PC because it takes a long time. You make mistakes on a phone. It's not easy to go back. If you have to leave, it'll save and you can log in back later on. When you finish it, make sure you get the screen that says completed and submitted. Take a photograph or a screen capture, whichever you can do, because you received no email. Okay, Chris. Chris, you did do the intake question, if I remember correctly. Correct? I did not see the Sharks game. I heard they got slaughtered. Stian's still waiting for approval. Okay, we'll send you an email as soon as we're settled in North Carolina next week. Thank you in advance. You're very welcome. My pleasure. All right, let's get back to some of the news here. Vilma Hearn, what's going on, Vilma? Okay, is Ronaldo still here? Is he busy off of the edibles? What's going on? Oh, the Sharks won. I heard they got killed. Well, that doesn't make any sense. People mislead me here, man. What's going on? Let me go back and look at that. Sharks. Let me see the results. Huh. No, the Sharks lost. They lost 33-28. What are you talking about? You're trying to hoodwink me now here. Edinburgh won 33-28. Sharks lost. Their season's over. They won't make the playoffs. They're too far behind now. They had to win the last 3 games. There's Ronaldo. Hey, Ronaldo, what do you got down tap today? You got a guest or is it just your Sunday chat? What's going on? Let us know. Might have missed a lot. I applied for the program. Was that my person? No, SC Fishing, you're not in the program. Listen, brother, sister, whoever you are. If you haven't done the intake questionnaire, then you're behind. No, you must be very busy with life. Yeah, go to the za.usembassy.gov, find the section of refugees, read the directions, follow the directions, copy and paste them so you've got them, print them out. Make sure you follow the directions, okay? Lions have got the bonus point. Good. Oh, you watched Us Weekend's game today. Okay, gotcha, Big Fish. Okay, yeah. Angelique is going to resend email. Sorry, what? What are you sorry for, Angelique? I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about someone who didn't give me their case number. I can't help them without a case number. Yeah, anyway. All right, so 414 malaria cases now, 11 dead. Wow. Is malaria in Gauteng? What the hell? Malaria cases in South Africa sparked following heavy rains and flooding, leading to a surge of cases. I've never heard of malaria in Gauteng. This is how screwed up the ANC does things. There were virtually no cases of malaria in South Africa under the National Party. These idiots couldn't run a kindergarten creche. Jeez. Malaria transmission mainly confined low altitude areas. Provinces such as Gauteng are not considered malaria endemic, although cases can occur there. Jeez. Vilma, thank you for 18 months of membership. Malaria in Limpopo is bad. Well, it shouldn't even be in South Africa. It was wiped out with DDT, but these idiots in the ANC ruined that by stopping the use of DDT. Actually, South Africa became a test case to the World Health Organization, which later amended its position on the use of DDT and said judicious use of it is appropriate. Yep. 666 malaria cases, 7 deaths. last year. Now we're already up to 414 and 11 deaths in just 4 months. Wow. This is out of control. Another ANC failure. Another ANC failure. Wow. Wow. These idiots can't lead themselves to the bathroom. Alone. Another African country. Yeah, South Africa reverts right back to Africa under the ANC. Here's your transformation, ladies and gentlemen. Here's your transformation. Enjoy your transformation under the ANC. Mass funeral plan for the 7 victims of the KZN kidnapping and murder. Indian family murdered. Funeral service for 7 members who were killed on the KwaZulu-Natal North Coast will take place Sunday at the Stanger High School sports ground. Thank you, Mike. Bonus point. Yep, they got it. 14 rand. Thank you. Service sports ground. The victims are identified as Alan Monswami, 52, his wife Sandy, 57, their children, Krydon, 26, Shamaria, 20, as well as relatives Ogonosagaran, Padachi, 51, Muniame, Padachi, 78, and Mariama Hanapat, 83. Kidnapped from the home in Newtown, Newark, Tuesday, taken to Melmoth where they were killed. 3 suspects aged 21, 26, and 28 were arrested. Why were these Indians murdered? Why were they kidnapped and murdered? Sick. No, platinum is not used in EV batteries, not to my knowledge. So the government is claiming that? Why? Are they trying to get attention on it? What's the deal? Not that I'm aware of. Platinum is used in EV. No. AI. Debbie, thank you for new Stocky. Thank you for that, Debbie. No, I'm not getting sick. It's that the temperature outside is warmer. I came in here and the air conditioner's running and my nose is just running. And I was kind of emotional when I played the song earlier, so it's still, I'm clearing my neck. I haven't cleared my throat, excuse me. Jaden Seward, what's going on? Black Magic, Garrett Gillage. Alan McGonigal, you're very welcome for my time, and thank you for sharing your time with me. I appreciate it. If I'm a human trafficker, please, with love, can you come fetch us? I got you. Tinky Keezer, what's going on? All right, so back to the news. What else we got here? More than 70% of Northern Cape municipalities need interventions. This, according to the South African Captured Human Rights Commission. The South African Captured Human Rights Commission has found that more than 70% of municipalities in Northern Cape require formal political intervention, provincial intervention. 35 complaints against municipalities were heard. Poor planning, lack of skilled staff, financial mismanagement, weak oversight. That's because they got rid of all the qualified white people. They fired them all, got rid of them. And now they replaced them with incompetence. There are competent black, brown people, but they don't hire those people. Yep. So 70% of municipalities are failing. Shocker. Not even remotely. A tense situation in Diepkloof, hostile after protest and looting. Protesters blockaded an interchange with burning tires and debris over ongoing electricity issues. Shame. Shame. By the way, after this video, I will be uploading, after the stream, I'll be uploading a video about out-migration and my opposition to out-migration and explain why it's a problem. Well, the South African is a propaganda outlet because the South African can't be bothered to report facts. They simply steal content and report it. Yep. Let me see what they've done here. Is this Megan Funderhiva? Very slow website. Yeah, they can have a field day if they want, but nobody's reading the South African. It's a propaganda site. They have reported so many things that are factually incorrect. I have sent them corrections. They publish them once, but then they just run with their story. They never contact me. They steal my content, and they're just rehashing social media stuff. It's so. Look, if people want to listen to the South African, that's their prerogative. You know, I can't control that. Red tenant, but that's just a propaganda site. Yeah, deep salute protests and looting all in one sense. Yeah, it makes sense. What is out migration? Well, people who arrive in America and they have a case officer and agency that's supposed to help them integrate and get their stuff set up in America, they choose to pick up and move on and leave. And that creates a whole host of problems. Well, it's not leaving the state, it's leaving the agency you're going somewhere else. You don't have to leave the state, you can just leave that agency. Yep. Yep. Who is JD Gray on X? JD Gray. Never heard of JD Gray before. Yeah, so he's going after Professor G. No, no. Hang on. I said, no. I said, will I be humble enough to do the same? No, because you lie about the entire story. The story was not about a family of 9, but rather about South African refugees going or threatening to go back. Leicester. By the way, I have screenshots about that family that you're so concerned about, which refute the lies you spread. So no, I will not refute. And this guy's got no followers, so it's... No, I'm done with that. I don't know who JD Gray is, but he's a bullshit artist. This channel commented that we are like a cult. Well, the former member can go screw themselves. Former member. Yeah, there's lots of Farayas out there. There's no cult here. You're welcome to watch the program. You're welcome to leave it. Simple as that. Now, that's people whose feelings are hurt and they can't handle the truth. People definitely don't worship the ground I walk on, and people call me out when they think I'm wrong. 3 in the car, 1 kid was wounded. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. I'm glad they're alive, Louis. Shad says, I'm new to your channel here because of Ronaldo. Was Ronaldo on air? And then you guys come in from that, and he says, I'm liking the content so far. Does Chris live here in South? No, I don't. I live in the United States. I go to South Africa frequently. But I live in the States. I've lived in Tunisia, Liberia, Botswana, Malawi, Niger, Mauritania, Uganda, and Ethiopia in Africa. Francois Fur, thank you for the 40 rand. Now, they employed 2 of the killers in Durban. That's crazy. Oh, my goodness. That's horrible. Good morning, Christo Osthuizen. How you doing, man? How's life? You all set there in Dublin? Okay. No, they don't know what a cult is. They really don't. You want a cult? Go to Scott Bolson's channel. Kaika. Please tell the lot of people here that say they applied after Trump announcement and had no feedback yet that they do the intake. I have done that thousands of times for Kiker. I told people, I made a video about it on November 4th. I repeatedly reported it. I don't know what to tell people. I don't know how people miss that. And the JD Gray is also involved in some fundraising attempt for our refugees and getting in touch with the Amerikaners. Well, the Amerikaners are doing work for the U.S. government, so I don't know what role that is, but raising money, whatever, do what he wants to do, but he shouldn't be lying about me. I'll make no apology because I didn't attack anyone. You notice how I didn't, all this bullshit from these hate wankers. Oh, he should apologize to Family 9. What Family 9? Who's this Family 9? Who are these people? Did I mention names? Did I tell you where they were? No, I didn't. It's nobody to apologize. Nobody to apologize to. A fictitious family. Nobody to apologize to. You owe me an apology, buddy. Thank you for all your help, Colonel. We're safe. Settling New Jersey, Griffin. Good luck with that, man. Church well serving above and beyond. Well, you must have got one of their good case officers. They have a few. Dublin is awesome. Yeah, I agree with you. Dublin is pretty awesome. If I lived in Ohio, that'd be a good place for me. Let's see what else. Cult, please, exactly. Went away for 10 minutes, and if there's trafficking, I'm over. Is it too old? Yes, it is. Alan McGonigal, Curly, you're an awesome person. Thank you for everything you do for the people. And the bullshit that I put up, the nonsense I do. My hubby and I referred your channel and all spreadsheets to people for info and refugee program, also prevented them being scammed. Well, I'm glad you prevented them being scammed. I'm not sure how Ronaldo can help them with refugee program, but Ronaldo probably will try to help them if he can. Seems you're living your best life. You love what you do. Not exactly SC fishing. I don't own a 600-hectare wine farm in the Cape Winelands, and at the same time, a chateau in the Bavarian Alps. And I do not have the BMW that I would like to have located in both places and my private jet. So I'm not living my best life. But I'm doing okay. I think that is the guy the Amerikaners said they're involved with and will port him to USRP. Yeah, that sounds like him. Yeah, and that's the guy who's telling me I owe an apology. I owe an apology to nobody. It's funny that a certain minor content creator outed that family. These people are so funny. You don't mention who they are, but because they're so emotionally involved in things, they out themselves. Remember the lady who came on from the Woodmead raid? She was trying to feed me crap all the time. I listened to her. I protected her. I didn't disclose her name. And then she came on and accused me of writing a song about her. I made a song about the raid on Woodmead. I never wrote any song about that lady. She is smoking crack cocaine. Very rude, very disrespectful. Is she the former member, by the way? Maybe she's the former member. I don't know. There's a lot of former members, but yeah. Yeah, did she, I mean, that's... Yeah, this song is not about a person. It was about what happened.
Yeah, it's the 16th of December. The sun is high.
Welcome, Narina.
While everybody's chilling in Bolito.
Hey, Avril.
Someone's got something else to do. Down in Durban, they're soaking up the spray. It's a holiday, baby, reconciliation day. Nobody's at the office, nobody's on the clock, except for the agents heading down the block. They're swarming through the hallways, looking for a file, losing all the rhythm, losing all the style. And the wood made office, the air turns cold. A story's being written that's already getting old. Demanding every paper, searching for a name. Intimidation is the spirit of the game. They said, where are the Americans? We need them in a row. But then they changed the script for the midday show. It was the raid on Woodmead under a summer sky. A holiday hustle, a convenient little lie. They said, Hakuna Matata, don't you be afraid. We only want the canyons, it was quite the masquerade. Oh, the raid on Woodmead, relations take a fall. Building up the tension, building up the wall.
So we're going to pause that for Truth Seeker. Your message was removed. Next smart ass, ignorant ass, rude, disrespectful comment like that, you're blocked on the channel. You've been warned.
home affairs is talking fast, trying to make a holiday work ethic really last. The public's looking sideways, the logic doesn't flow. Working on a Friday, on a holiday, no. Was the KFC closed? Was there nothing left to eat? Is that why the uniforms are out on the street? Somebody docks for diplomatic secrets on the loose. Now Washington is tightening the diplomatic news. The agent says it wasn't me. Washington says we shall see. Stumble and tumble, a diplomatic crack. Once you cross that line, there's no turning back. No turning back.
Oh, it was.
Rain on wood meat under a summer sky. A holiday hustle, a convenient little lie. They said Hakuna Matata, don't you be afraid. We only want the canyons, it was quite the masquerade. Oh, the raid on wood made relations take a fall. Building up the tension, building up the wall. They said, Hakuna Matata, don't you be afraid. We only want the Kenyans, was quite the masquerade. Oh, the raid on with me, relations take a fall. Building up the tension, building up the wall. Building up the wall. Yeah, check the calendar. Reconciliation doesn't feel like it in Woodmead. Keep your papers ready, mate. Hakuna Matata. Right? Punkuden, babe.
That song was not about anybody. It was about the raid on Woodmead. Nobody was exposed there. I didn't expose anybody's name. I protected someone. They lost their freaking mind. And that was a hilarious night. It was bizarre. People attacking me. It's hilarious. Yep. So anyway. You can go to DJ Silver Eagle topic on YouTube and you'll find songs. Most of my songs, or all the songs published, are actually on there. YouTube picks them all up. But there's no list of them. So I'll have to make something soon. I don't know how she thought that was about her either. It's just, I think she was drunk. I think she was drunk that night. And then we haven't seen her since. So I think she was just drunk. Look, I mean, she's welcome to come back. I don't have anything personally against her, but she was attacking me for what? I didn't do anything. I protected that lady. So people just hear what they want to hear. Leista, Mensa. Leista. Listen. Yeah, smoke your socks. No mention of anyone yet. People hear what they want to hear. They don't leista. Leista. Don't hear. Nicht entendre. Je n'écoute pas. Je n'écoute pas. I can't hear. Je. Anyway, so. Oh, the venue is for the Bry and Poiki Fest. Don't worry, it says VIP, but I'm not a VIP. Everybody got the same wristband. All right. Yeah, right. Leista, not Fleist. Focus, my kind. Exactly. Did you hear Leista, Mensa? Exactly. Leista. All right. We haven't played this in a long time. Last time I played it, we had copyright claim, but hopefully we won't get a strike. It's been a while, man. I forget the words.
And you're more than welcome to try, but you can't cancel all of us, cause we're standing here side by side.
Something wrong with that video. It was like sound was playing behind it. Yeah, that song got 5.6 million views last year. It dropped on April 25th last year, a year ago. That's why you guys wanted me to play that song. It's been a year. Wow. SC Fishing, you're welcome. How does one even start the starting process? Starting process for what, Bronwyn DeVilliers? What are you talking? What process? No, you can request songs, but I can't play them. They're copyrighted. This will wind. I'll have to edit this video when it's over and remove Tom McDonald. When he first put it out, he didn't copyright it. Now it's copyrighted. At least it's not a copyright strike. So when this video is over, I'll get a copyright warning and I'll have to remove from the video. Otherwise, it hurts the algorithm. Why do you need a facepalm emoji, Hasigi? Only people who aren't happy with themselves or mean others. They can't find the facepalm. Okay. Can't cancel all of us. No, Shay, it's unfortunate. I can't. That's why I've created my own music. I make my own music, and that's why we play our music. It's pretty cool. Yep. Harrisonburg, Virginia's waiting. Waiting on what, Sharon? I'm not coming to Harrisonburg. I'm at Six Flags Kings Dominion, and I may stop in Charlotte, but I will be in tomorrow. I will be in Richmond for a meet and greet, unless that's where the place where I'm going is. Oh, to join family that have gone over as refugees already, and we want to join them. Oh, you want to be a refugee? And I'm sorry, Broman, you're just now asking, 14 months later? You need to go to U.S. Embassy website, za.usembassy.gov, G-O-V. Go there. There's a section that says Refugee Program. Click on it. Read the instructions. Copy them, print them out, whatever you need to do. Use a PC or a laptop. Do not use a mobile phone or a tablet. Fill out the questionnaire. It may take you as long as 7 hours to do. You save your progress as you go. And then when you finish, hit submit. And when it comes up and it says it's been submitted, take a screen capture or a photograph so you've got it, because you will not receive an email. If you don't do that, you will never be called. Anyway, so there you have it. Garrett, I don't know the number. It's over 5,000. I don't have a good feel for the number of people who arrived every day. In March, every damn day, I got notifications from people, and this many people were on the plane with me. People kept me updated all March. This month, people aren't telling me things. Just a few times I've heard from people. Usually they come here to America, then they tell me, which is fine. So I don't have a feel for how many people came over in April. But this will be the first month, the first complete month of people coming over throughout the month in the history of the refugee program, April, because every other month has been disrupted. Last year, we weren't sending people but 1 or 2 days a month, 3 or 4 days a month max. And then the New Year started, we weren't sending anybody. Then November, we had a half month. December, we had a half month. January, a partial month. February, a partial month. March, a partial month. This is the first full month. Oh, South Africans. I don't know. The estimates are 80 to 120,000 South Africans live in America. I don't know how accurate that is. Lots of people have different estimates. The problem with doing a live at the Bri is that the signal is crap. There's only 2 signal bars over there. So I'll take my other phone, which is in the car, and see if the other carrier has a better signal. And I'll see if I can do it from that, because I remember to have another phone. What is the question about the young man from Cleveland? I don't know about, no, families are not split. What are you talking about? No family is split. No, Mara. What are you talking about? No family is split. No. They don't send your children here and you there. No family is split. You're talking about parents and cousins and, no. You're talking about cases, linked cases. Linked cases are not a guarantee. Arctic says 500,000. Well, I don't know about that. No, families are not split. See, people tell you bullshit because look, your family is not your parents. If you're 35 years old, your family is not your parents. You're not splitting a family. Your family is your spouse and your offspring. That's your family, under 18. You have adult children, they're not your family. They're not your family. Families are nuclear families. No one's guaranteed anything. We are not going to take a husband and wife and send them different places. We're not going to take a husband and send them one place with one kid and a wife with that. That's no, that's nonsense. But you're not guaranteed. Link cases don't mean anything. So let's talk about these link cases very quickly. Okay, so we're talking about refugee stuff now, even though it's a Saturday. So, link cases. You ready for this? My friend, who flies very soon, in the process of getting rid of everything right now, he must be his hair must be on fire because he got 4 days notice or something like that. My friend was part of the pilot program, the proof of concept, the 100 people who were sent up there. He paid to go up. He was interviewed in February last year. Never heard from anybody again. Never. There are no parents left behind, Mara. Adult parents are not left behind. That's not the same case, unless they're indigent or they're disabled or they're wards of their adult children. If you're taking care of your father because he's 75 and he has dementia, that's fine. They're just relatives. They're not family. Stop the lies. They're not lies. Stop the misrepresentations. They're not family. There are legal terms here. People, it's like, well, who's an Afrikaner? Let's not have that conversation. Okay, so back to it. So my friend, last year, February, proof of concept, never got called again. The first time he heard from anybody was an email on 19 February this year, 13 months after he started. Never once complained, never once bitched, never claimed he was part of some forgotten group, Mr. Sergeant. None of that. Never did any of that. He was contacted on February 19th. He leaves 9 weeks, over 9 weeks after being contacted, after being in the program for 13 months. That means he will have been in it for 15 months, almost 16 months before he comes over here. Never complain. Now, he has a U.S. link. Me. We've been friends for years. Me. I am his U.S. link. He asked politely and wrote a letter to them, USCIS, making the reasons, argument why it would be good for him to go to Florida, and he had a good case. And I'm his U.S. link. Guess where he's going? Anybody want to guess where he's going? Nowhere near me. Nowhere near Florida. Links don't mean jack. It's absorptive capacity, availability agencies, availability resources. You go where they put you. There are exceptions. People here in Richmond asked to go to their link, and they went to their link. People from Jeffreys Bay are here. Met them yesterday. Lovely people. No, it's not Alaska, but that's a good guess. Yeah, Mexico, Garrett. Yeah, he's going to Mexico. So, guys, this people keep you act like you're promised something, like you're owed something, like you're owed that your parents will go to the same towns. You're not owed anything. Let's get this out. This is a sense of entitlement that people need to get rid of. You're not owed anything. This is a gift. Yeah, they're in my front yard, and I was not a bad guess in a FEMA tent. You're not owed anything, folks. No one has to let you come to America. No one has to pay tens of thousands of dollars to investigate your case, to approve you, to bring you over here. Nobody owes you a damn thing. And nobody owes your parents anything. Nobody owes anybody anything. So it is a privilege. It is a gift. And people need to start looking at it that way. Most people do see it that way. There are exceptions, though. There are exceptions. Anyway. I have my kids. Me and my daddy is leaving on Monday. Okay, congratulations, Bronwyn. Congratulations. It normally happens, but there are exceptions. Look at Utopi. Utopi is in San Diego. Where's his daughter, who's an adult? Iowa. Pretty far apart. What worries me is being placed in accommodation with strangers in a single film. No, they can't do that. You can reject that. You can't be placed in accommodation with strangers. This isn't a flop house. You're not joining a youth hostel. She was with a single male. No, she doesn't have to do that. That's unacceptable. She doesn't have to accept that. You can't force a female to live with a male and vice versa. Now, to a gay dude and a straight dude, we can't say anything about that if they want, but no. There's no rhyme or reason why they place you. No, there is a rhyme or reason. It just doesn't seem apparent to people. And it doesn't always work out the way people want. Many cases work out the way people hope for. But yeah, Jason, yeah, gotcha, man. Yep. Jason in Erie, not the best place. And it's not first come, first served. Exactly right, Trevor Charles. It depends on your case. So don't try to work out when they'll send tickets. It doesn't work like that. Right. And they came in January. I'm still here since September. Well, you know what? That's how life goes. Maybe there's something wrong with your case. See, I have a lot of people complain to me, well, it's not fair, and then they don't tell me, and I try to investigate, and they don't tell me, and only later on I go, well, I was arrested in what do you mean you're arrested? For what? Well, for domestic abuse. Domestic abuse? When was this? Oh, you think we're going to let wife beaters in our country? But it was dismissed. Okay, you say it was dismissed, but we take you for your word? You were arrested for spousal abuse, and we're just going to take your word on it? No, we're going to investigate it. Now your case is taking longer because you were involved in a spousal abuse case. But you don't tell me that. And then, oh, woe is me. I've been forgotten. I've been ignored. You were involved in vehicular manslaughter case. It was dismissed, but you were in a case. But you don't tell me that. You just complain and come in my chat. Woo-hoo, woe is me. When will you come to South America again? Well, it depends on how the trafficking goes, Spartan. No, I don't disclose when I come to South Africa. Too many dangerous people, too many threats. I mean, I've had to come to South Africa, and my only friends would be my black and brown friends because everyone else is gone. Person that phoned my U.S. link told him that he can pick us up at the airport when we arrive and stay with him for a couple days. There's nothing wrong with that if they agree to it. Nothing wrong with that at all. Saves you money. Saves you money in your case, James, if they want to do that. And what better to have your friend pick you up? But if I were a case officer, I would still be at the airport when you arrive, unless I'm prevented for something. She was really put in an apartment with a stranger, single male, not given a choice. No. She has a choice. And what do you mean not given a choice? I'm sorry, is your friend a 5-year-old? I'm not trying to be argumentative with you, but is your friend a 5-year-old? Not given a choice. Bullshit. No, I'm not staying with a man. You can't make me stay with a man. There's a risk here. You're putting my safety at risk. No, she isn't forced. Stand your ground. Be an adult. Stand up for yourself. I'm not denying that it happened. New England is coming up probably in May, Dave. Don't know if I'll go to Boston, though. I can't stand Boston. Shania says, the Family 9 does not want to go back. Their stories exaggerated and used to fundraise from volunteers. That's a real story. Well, that may be true, Shania Marcos, but I don't have a story about a Family 9. I have a story about South Africans threatening to go back and South Africans who've gone back. And a bunch of people who don't luister, they don't listen, are still running this fake news story about a Family 9. That's not what my video is about. They're not in the title. They're not named. The state they live in isn't named. Nothing about them. Nothing about them. Nothing about the other family. The only one I mentioned, not even by name, but by identification, was the lady in Iowa who already went back. And then I mentioned the other 3 South Africans who went back. That's what the video is about. But yes, thank you. You're correct. That is correct. What you're saying is based on the information I have, contrary to some fake content creator who said no investigation happened because she doesn't know what she's talking about, because she thinks she knows everything and she doesn't know jack squat. I actually did an investigation. I actually did talk to people. I actually have screenshots. And the screenshots I have of conversations correspond to what you're saying. Is it Shannon Marcos? It corresponds to what you're saying. And more to the story than even that. Garrett is still there. But if they hold my record against me, decline me, then I won't leave me in limbo. Hot Full Biker, nobody's been declined yet. But again, as I said, there will be denials. I will try to get an update from the U.S. government about if there have been any denials. To my knowledge, there have been none through January 31st. But now we're getting dated. February, March, and April. That's 3 months. That's a quarter. So that's a whole quarter more for people who have been denied. I don't know the status of that. I'll check on it. See again, has anyone asked you about My Case app? Yes, people keep asking about the My Case app, Colin, Sean Dupree. I know nothing about it. I don't go to it. I advise people stay off it unless they just need to check upload records, because it's not a good thing to be watching that. You're welcome, Zed S6 SHN. Mara MKT says, you're a super person doing a good job. You're very welcome. Naked Nelly must go watch the interview with Feroshka. Wow, that lady is amazing, and we can all learn from her. Yep. I don't think they know their rights, like my friend. That's why their proposed webinar for OR will be valuable. Yes, well, that's going to happen. We're waiting for information on that. No, well, I mean, why aren't they watching my channel, Anonymous Angel? Look, I'm having a hard time having empathy for all these people who want help, who want my life, my limited lifespan on this planet, to solve their problems, and then we have the courtesy to watch my program. Like yesterday, some rude guy called me up and interrupted me 4 times when I was recording a video. I stopped my video to answer him. No one there. The phone disconnected. Calls me back while I'm recording again. I say hello. No one responds. I said, look, I don't have time for games. And I hung up that time. Then calls back and 4 times. And then calls me a little bit later and says, you need to help these people in California. I'm like, who the hell are you? Your number is in Iowa. You think I'm stupid? I can't see that you're in Iowa? What the hell is a person in Iowa doing telling me I need to help people in California? Who are you? It was a South African. Well, this, that, and the other. He starts giving me all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm kind of walking around at a fest. I don't have a pen and paper. Could you send me a WhatsApp? Then the guy says to me, well, you were rude to me. I said, rude to you? How? Well, you told me to fuck off. I never told him to fuck off. Never told him that. I'm tempted to tell him that now. I said, I don't have time for games. Calling me up and not talking, just sitting there. Listen, Junior, if you want to have a conversation, you don't call somebody and just sit there on a tone. That's very disrespectful. First off, you interrupted me. I don't know who you are. I didn't give you my phone number. I didn't ask you to call me. I don't know you at one moment of my time. And you're going to call me up and interrupt my recording repeatedly, not getting the message when I said I don't have time for games? And you call me back again? And you call me back again? Who the hell are you? I'm the one that's rude? You're the one that's rude. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Accuse me of being rude. And then lying. You told me to fuck off. I never told anybody to fuck off. But buddy, you're right on the edge of it. You're right on the edge of it. Then he writes back and tells me, don't bother communicating. Hey, listen, jerk off. I didn't contact you. You contacted me. You interrupted my day. You interrupted my broadcast. You interrupted my recording. And then you were rude to me, telling me I was rude to you, making stuff up I never said. One person here had a good experience, but everyone else I talked to had a bad experience, Red. But I didn't see everybody. I saw like 18 people in Erie. What the reason for denying? Well, if you're a pervert, if you're a pedo, if you're a rapist, if you're a murderer, if you lie, if you mislead, if you deceive, if you're not forthcoming with information, if you're involved in scams or frauds, those are reasons. If you're involved in human rights abuses, those are reasons you'll be denied. You're welcome, Brendan. All right, guys, unfortunately, I've got to go. I have to be out of this room in like 12 minutes. So thanks for being here. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done already. How are we doing on likes? Just curious about that. We got 339 likes, 286 people here. All right, please hit the like button. If I can do something from the fest, I'll do it. If not, I'll record some shorts or short clips and share them with my moderators to pass around, okay? All right, cool beans. God bless. Have a lovely Saturday. And hey, Angelique, I'll catch you later.